Greetings, Earthlings. Zube here with a full moon in Scorpio report. Here's something about this moon. Anyway, this is a general reading for the collective. Every report that I do is going to hit each individual chart differently. So anyway, this is called, people call it the Taurus full moon because the sun is in Taurus, right? But the moon is actually over in Scorpio, which is across the zodiac from Taurus. It's also the Buddha full moon. So, it was when Buddha reached enlightenment, or I don't proclaim to be an expert in Buddhism or anything like that, but it was the night that he was born, I believe. And when he was enlightened and also when he died. I just glanced really quick to see that. But so the sun is in Scorpio now, or in Taurus. Now, in Taurus with the sun are Uranus, Venus, and Mercury. And in Taurus, we're like of the earth, right? What do we have? What are our values? Those are Taurian kind of concerns, And then Scorpio is water, but people make jokes like it's, like fire water. My favorite one is there's a meme or something that says something like Scorpio is a water sign, and then it's a bathroom sink with fire shooting out of it. And Scorpios probably love that, but it's like the deep, deep, deep dark down in the ocean. I don't know. I was trying to think of visualizations for it. And I'm like, it's like a crow at the beach, or, a vulture like eating dead seagulls. But it's a really transformative, deep, penetrating, powerful moon, right? And Scorpios are typically, that kind of energy doesn't mind talking about like going deep into things, talking about pain and grief and loss. And so I was thinking about how this, full moon is the Buddha full moon, and the moon is in Scorpio, and it's shining light across the zodiac onto Taurus. And it's like asking questions, right? Like, sure, you have all this stuff, on earth, but what about loss? Like, what about your losses? What do you grieve? What are you hiding? Where are you not connected? What's empty? Wow. And that's just what this full moon feels like it's asking, and it does have, there's some other stuff. I do feel like there could be a possibility of secrets emerging, because Scorpio does rule secrets, hidden features or hidden things about ourselves that we don't want known, hidden aspects of us. It's almost like the less acquainted you are with your shadow at the moment, the more disruptive this full moon can be, okay? The less you're willing to look at your dark side, this one might be tough. And it's just asking you, like, to acknowledge the parts of yourself that are dark and own them, because that's the only way that you can move forward and find true joy, by just accepting and acknowledging the bullshit in you. So that's what it feels like to me. And then we have Pluto going retrograde tomorrow, like early afternoon. Oh yeah, this full moon is exact tonight at 9:31 p.m. That's Mountain Time. So it'd be 11:31 p.m. East Coast, 8:30 p.m. Pacific. And yeah, Pluto is going to go retrograde in Capricorn. And it's almost like we might want to restructure like the foundation of our 3D material life. Kind of rehashing how do we work? What do we work? What does work mean to us? What are the structures in our lives? Where do we live? How do we like that? Do we have something worth building on, or should we start over from scratch? There's a lot of destructive energy. Sounds negative, but I don't mean it that way. With this full moon, and it's not like an all today. It's like dominoes that are going to fall, but I feel like there's going to be a seed of feeling that's planted today that is going to lead to, as Pluto is retrograding over the next few months, that's going to be triggered where we're just getting rid of what's not fucking working. I'm going to pull a couple cards. I mean, Mercury is with, just met up with Venus. It's a little bit past it now. Mercury's communication, Venus is peace and harmony. It's like we're really trying to make things work. So there is a destructive / constructive energy about this, but it's about our darker parts, and that is uncomfortable. At least if we're doing the, if we're going about things honestly. And there's just a real, like, you could hide throughout this transit, I think. Round and round. This is one of my favorite cards. So it's kind of like, what do you meet up with again and again and again? What situations? What is the connective tissue to that? These circumstances that you might find yourself in repeatedly, and don't beat yourself up about it. We're going in a spiral, right? We're not just going around in circles, we're spiraling. I find this in my own life. There are patterns that I'm trying to grow out of. I just talked to somebody the other day about trying, and how when you say trying, you set yourself up for failure. I am working on patterns that repeat in my life, and it's tempting. My initial reaction when I find myself in it again is frustration, like, I'm always here, but I'm not always here. I'm always growing, and I recognize the pattern. I see it showing up quicker. And that, but some of our old repeating patterns might pop up for this full moon. Hold on one sec. I want to pull. I'm going to do moonology. Are you afraid to let people in? What are you hiding? That's really what it feels like this full moon is asking. A win-win outcome is in the forecast. This is actually full moon in Libra. The moon was just in Libra. So it goes through Libra and then it goes into Scorpio. As the moon was going through Libra, we might have been having conversations about balance. What do other people want and need? And are we willing to fulfill those? Can we do that without dishonoring ourselves? What do we want and need? Are we having integrity and asking for those things, right? So we just came out of that in Libra. And now it's coming into Scorpio, where we're really being asked, did you share everything? Did you let it all out? Did you hide pieces that you were ashamed of? If you did, it's a win-win situation. You're welcome for the sound effects. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. Yeah. Don't be ashamed. Don't hide. It's scary at first, and you have to swallow your pride a little bit, but let me look at this. Wow. It's kind of funny because Leo is the only sign in a square between Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, and Aquarius are all called fixed signs, fixed energy, right? And they square one another. But you know, we have Saturn and Jupiter in Aquarius, we have the moon in Scorpio, and we have the planets I mentioned prior in Taurus. There are not any planets in Leo at the moment, and Leo is our ego. So we need to leave ego out. We've got to kind of drop our masks and like leave, you know, show who we really are, if we want connection. Anyway, this was kind of long. If you're interested in a personal reading, my information is down below. Happy full moon in Scorpio, and peace. Namaste.